What's up, guys? I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back for another weekly update. This is a late video. This is a Wednesday evening video where I literally walked in the door about 15 minutes ago. Took the dogs out for a walk, fed them, let everybody settle down a little bit. I'll talk about my travels here in a few, but so happy to be home. I did get some stitching done. I absolutely got a couple different things. So let me show you what I got done stitching wise. I'm about halfway now on this Colorado Parks Department seal logo thing, and you're just now starting to really kind of see it. Now the problem is I think that I got to do a little bit more frogging over here, because I realized at some point that I kind of messed a few things up. So I took some stuff out, and then I actually just started working on all this over here. So should make some pretty dang good progress this week. I don't know if I can get it finished this week. It's August. I better get it finished this week and have another August finished. Or have an August, I don't even know. Anyway, here it is. All right, so there's that. Let's see. I'm a little scatterbrained. It's probably going to be a shorter video. Of course, I haven't worked on any patterns. I've been gone since the last time that I did a video. But got a lot of ideas. So I went to, when I was in Nashville, I went to the Nashville Needlework shop. I can't quite remember. I had a card. I think I left it in the rental car. But check that place out. They were hopping. They were really hopping. They had a lot of stuff going on. What's crazy to me, though, is how much the painted canvas has just taken over needlework stores. I get it. It makes store owners a lot more money. Average transaction goes up. People buy more of them because they finish them faster. It's just not my bag. It's just kind of like, gee whiz. I mean, I've noticed that more and more. And going to this store, I mean, it was specialty threads, and that was like 98%. Probably more like 90%, because they had some framing, but the area for like fabric for like actual cross stitch or actual needlepoint was tiny. I mean, you could fit it on this table that I have over here. I was just kind of surprised, a little kind of disappointed as a cross stitcher. Again, I understand completely, and that's at least right now the way that things will go. I think they'll continue like that for a while, but honestly, it's too expensive for a lot of people for the long haul, in my opinion. When you're spending, $50 on a project that might take you 2 or 3 weeks max, depending upon how fast you stitch. But if we get a bit of an economic downturn, I think more people will come back to cross stitch, I think, at that point. But I don't know. Anyway, so I did that, but I got a lot of stitching done. Trying to think if there's anything else stitching wise. I stitched on my secret project, but I've reached a point where you can kind of tell what it might be. So I don't want to spoil it for what it is. Easy there, kids. Bodhi's happy. Whoop, messy. Bodhi's happy to see me, thankfully, and Tofu's happy to see me too, especially since we were gone all day. So my trip went well. I was back in Nashville, drove up to Kentucky again. I had a class in Nashville. That went really well. I really enjoyed it. That seems like forever ago, though. Had good weather, ate some really good food. Yeah, just super excited. Saw my family again, had a great time. And then I started my trek back, and I was probably due for a bad travel day. It's been a while since I've had a really bad travel day, and this was a really bad travel day, in my opinion. I had a connecting flight to Chicago, so I had like a 7 a.m. departure. So I got to the airport. Well, let's just say that to get to the airport, I got up at 3:30 a.m. Central Time. Let's just use Mountain Time because I'm on Mountain now. So let's say I got up at 2:30 a.m. Mountain Time this morning, and drove to Nashville, returned the car, got checked in through security, all that good stuff. Everything was great. And then we boarded the plane, And apparently once we had boarded the plane and everybody was on board, somebody had done like a walk around or a pre-flight walk around, and there was some tail damage. And so they had to take it, they had to get all this off, take it back to the hangar. I mean, that was the first flight of the day, so basically somebody wasn't paying attention the day before, either ignored it flat out or just said, oh, I'll do it in the morning, and then, hey, this plane's flying out first thing in the morning. So my regular drink. So anyway, so I had a connector flight in Chicago, and here's the kicker: is that my husband was flying out today as well this afternoon to go see his family in Jacksonville, Florida. And we had it planned so that we would cross each other like in the Denver airport. Like he would come in early, and then I would stay with him until he flew. So I was going to see him probably for like an hour and a half maybe. That wasn't even close to happening. Let's just say that he actually got here and flew out and landed and got to his parents' place before I landed here in Denver. So I think from a 7 o'clock departure, ended up being about an 11 o'clock departure. We landed at about 12:45 in Chicago, roughly. I think these are central times again. I can't remember. We were supposed to take off at 3, and then that plane had a maintenance issue of some kind. Something happened to it, and then they actually had to take the plane off. I think there was a passenger-related incident that caused some kind of contamination or something. I don't really want to get into it. It's kind of my brain goes to weird things. But anyway, so they had to actually like go and clean the plane kind of thing. So we had to go to a new gate with a new plane, which had to be fully fueled and everything that goes with that. And then once we kind of got on the plane, finally, at like, I don't even know what time it was, to be honest with you. It's a 2.5-hour flight, usually, from Chicago. Ended up being a 3-hour plus flight because there was some storms coming in over Denver and they wanted us to fly north. We actually sat on the ground again before we took off from Chicago for like almost an hour. And then took off, finally landed. Thankfully, my husband left me this beautiful breadcrumb of photos of where he had parked the car so that I could find the car, and we had already pre-planned to have 2 sets of keys in case this happened. And so I found the car and I got home, and I'm not even sure what time it is. Let's see, so I started at 2:30. Mountain time, it's 9 o'clock Mountain time. That's a long day, and I gotta work tomorrow morning, so it's fine. I feel so good to be home though, but I am sad that the hubs isn't here. I'm sad that I didn't go with him. I've had so many trips that I've kind of needed to take and things like that, that he took a trip when he needed to, which was great, and it maximizes our time in a lot of ways, and he only has so much vacation time that he's earned so far, so there's that. I'm sorry, I never drink during a video, but my throat's a little, and I just got home, a lot of thinking. My trips are always time for a lot of thinking, a lot of video watching. I need to get back into my website and everything, and I say that every time I come home. I said that last week, I said that the time before. I am now home for 6 or 7 weeks, and we're getting into this football season. So I've got time. I'm working, but this is the point which I need to get back onto getting things done with the stitching. So I'm going to push for a finish, and then I'm going to push for store update, and yeah, I got some things in my head that I got to plan, but there's some new things that I would like to try. We'll see how it goes, but that's pretty much my trip update. nothing else crazy happened, but I gotta do direct flights from now on. I gotta stop being stupid and pay a little bit more to do a direct flight because it really does make a big difference. Does. I should have gotten home at like 8 hours ago. Yeah, if or maybe 7 hours ago. So it was like a 7 hour delay. That's all right. Blah 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 blah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Sorry, this is a non-centric. Well, it's a little centric stuff, but anyway, I appreciate you guys very much. I hope you're getting some good stitching done. Moving into that good time of year, but stay safe, stay healthy, happy stitching, and I'll see you soon.